So this is Relic Hunter's Legend. I've made a video on this previously, but this is the second closed beta test, and I wanted to give it another try. I've played probably about an hour of this second closed beta already, but I just wanted to hop in and probably show you just like literally just a 10-minute run or 10-minute quest, I suppose, and show you what this game's about, just to give it some exposure, because I think this game has a ton of potential, and it's got some influences that I really like Borderlands. Obviously, there's some pretty heavy Borderlands influences in this, but still, I think this is a game with excellent potential, so I want to shed as much light on it as I can. So similar to Borderlands in a couple ways, you can kind of go around planets and choose what missions you want to do. For now, I haven't played enough to unlock too much, so we're just going to go get this mission done. This shouldn't take me too long, and that's one of the reasons I'm okay with making just a video of me playing it, is because this game lasts around 10 minutes usually, although I think this is a story, so I'm just going to skip through all this part because this isn't important to me, and we can get to the actual gameplay. So the fundamentals here are it's a 2D looter shooter. So you run around and you shoot shit. I don't really care too much for the story. I couldn't give a fuck about that. This game also has a pretty light-hearted story. A story with kind of a lot of nonsense that I'm not too fussed about. So it's not all that important to me. It's just not something that I focus on in games like this. So you have a couple skills. You have a movement skill, which is on cooldown at the moment, but mine is a dash and it releases some projectiles. And then you have a melee skill, which I just wasted, but that's alright. And then you have a couple other more powerful skills as well. And there are different classes that you can mess around with and try out all the different skills. I haven't played enough of it to... Oh, okay, you can fall off the edge as well. Keep that in mind. But I haven't played around with it enough to discover all the other classes. I'm pretty sure this game is going to take a while to kind of complete on release and get everything done with all the classes, which is one of the reasons I haven't played too much of it. But for now, this is the fundamental gameplay. It's running around, shooting shit in a 2D space. And what I will say is that all the guns and the actual movement and the abilities, they all feel pretty meaty. They all have like an appropriate weight to them. The sound is also really satisfying. I'll give this game that as well. So this game has the... Oh, I'm out of ammo. This game has the fundamentals of a good shooter down, I think. What the hell's going on here, bro? What are you guys trying to do? What the fuck? Gotta go up, I guess. Grab some ammo. Reloads. Punch him out. But yeah, no, I don't care too much for the story in a game like this. For me, it's... The thing I care the most about is how much replayability am I actually going to get out of this game, you know? Like, how much time I'm actually going to be able to put into it. And after this is done, I'll show you a bit of the progression, and you can judge for yourself whether or not, at least right now in this stage of development, you can judge for yourself whether or not that's something you are interested in. You also have an ultimate ability, which is ready right now. For me, I believe it's just an AoE that freezes them, and then a beam that just does massive damage. So you charge this up over combat, and then unleash that bitch. And yeah, it does a lot of fucking damage. While I'm shooting these guys, I think it's probably important to note that the missions that you get to do range from... I had a payload mission, then I had a defend the... like kind of defend the towers or location mission. There's missions where you just go and you shoot shit. And then obviously there's story missions like this. But obviously I haven't discovered the full range of shit to do yet. And all the missions that exist. There's no way I could have done that just yet, so... I mean, already, just to have a foundation that, you know, in the beta test, to have a foundation with varied missions is a good sign to me. Other times I might hop into a game and it's just kind of rinse and repeat, but this game chucks you in a few different sets of scenarios and lets you play with the solid fundamentals, so, you know, I'm happy with that at least. Need to be a bit careful. If I get too close... there's a pretty good chance I'll just tank all their shots to the face and just die. So, definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, skip that shit. I don't care. Skip this. Don't care. All right, clean. So that was it. Very, very, very quick. And every time I've been into a run like that, they have been quite quick. I think I timed one yesterday. It was like 8 minutes or something, and I spent a bit of extra time on that location. So they're very, very, very quick and very digestible. And obviously, you will have harder bosses and things that I've already versed that you will probably take more time on. But for the most part, they are very, very, very digestible. Quickly going over the progression as well. The overall account-wide progression that this game has is called Rebel Rank, so it's similar to Guardian Rank or Badass Rank from Borderlands 3, Borderlands 2, whichever one you prefer. And it's just complete a set of missions and get rewarded for it. And when you rank up, you get rewards for ranking up. And this is, as far as I can tell, this is an account-wide level. But it's good to have macro progression like this the more you play the game. This is obviously a very good motivator for replayability. Obviously, you have different quests and things as well. So I have a couple side quests right now and a main quest. This is your kind of gear page. So you can have 2 main weapons equipped, maybe even a 3rd down there. I actually don't know what that slot is. You have a potion slot, feet, a trinket, something. Look, these things look crazy, right? But you can have 5 gear slots essentially, and then you can obviously enhance them with materials that you pick up, and enhancing them will increase the gear score. And then gear score up here allows you to get more bonuses. So as you can see, the next rank of bonuses gives me plus 20% to all those listed stats. Right now I'm at 30%, next it will be 50%, and it'll unlock more parts on the map for you to go to. Most of the missions, I can assume, have gear score requirements, and so that's one reason to grind, is to up that gear score. And then obviously it's a looter shooter, so you'll be finding different guns and things every time you go into a mission. And then you have a skill tree as well. And like I said, I'm only on one of the characters at the moment. I believe there's 5 at the moment. So you have a set of 3 skill trees. Obviously, this feels Borderlands influenced, right? And then you have some attribute points as well, which I believe this is another similar thing to Guardian Rank, Badass Rank, where you're able to put in permanent attribute points per level up. And these skills will... I'm assuming these are account-wide or character-wide, because of the small incremental increases in stats, right? But I could be totally wrong. Again, beta, still worth a try. They're still figuring stuff out. There is a hub world as well, which I thought I may as well show you. There's a bunch of different stuff on the map in the top right as well. So there's quests, there's a gun trader, and other stuff. There's a lot here to get into for a game that's in, an early access beta. And I'm really happy with what exists right now, and I think there's obviously a lot of replayability just in every system in the game. So yeah, I actually can't wait till this game comes out to full release. I've had a lot of fun with it so far. The only reason I'm not playing too much of it is because I don't want to sink too much time into a game that's probably going to have progress reset once it hits full release. I'm going to have to figure that out for myself, because if they're not going to reset progress, then I'm happy to put more time into this when the free beta tests come out. And that's the other important thing. This is a free beta test, so you're welcome to go and try it now. I believe it's available until the 25th, so it's probably worth getting into now, and you're putting a couple hours into it to see if you want to buy it rather than waiting until full release. But yeah, definitely check this one out, Relic Hunter's Legend. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it was quick enough, and I hope it was concise enough so you understood what this game's actually about. I appreciate it, and have a nice day. See you later.